Good evening and welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing to you live from the National News studios here at Rupavahini. We're ready to bring you the top stories here at home and around the world. I'm Charita Minapurarachi.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Sharifa Tahir. Let's take a look at the headlines.
The World May Day is celebrated in grand manner. The President says that he expects the support of all parties for a common program to build up the country. Daily wage of estate workers will be increased up to 1,700 rupees. Former President Mahinda says that only a candidate with the support of his party could win the presidential election. Sajith Premadasa says all political parties are invited for a policy-based governance in the country. Fuel prices decreased.
We now move on to local news in detail. Workers all over the world celebrate the International Workers' Day today. On the 1st of May 1886 in Chicago, USA, workers took to the streets demanding an 8-hour working day. The measure resulted in 6 workers losing their lives and over 50 persons sustained injuries. The workers launched a giant protest rally on the 4th of May. That rally, however, ended in bloodshed, drenching Chicago in red. Subsequently, from the year 1890, people world over hold the May Day on the 1st of May in commemoration of the lives lost during the workers' struggle. The 138th World Workers' Day is marked this year. Sri Lanka held its first May Day in 1933 under the patronage of the then leader of the workers, A.E. Gunasinghe. The May Day was subsequently declared a holiday in 1956 under the instructions of late Prime Minister W.R.D. Bandaranaike. President Ranil Wickremesinghe announced an increase in the daily wage of plantation workers to 1,700 rupees.
He made these remarks during his address at the May Day rally of the Ceylon Workers' Congress held at the Kotagala Public Ground this morning. The President attended the rally at the behest of the CWC, extending his participation in response to their innovation. Upon arrival at the ground, he had received a warm welcome from CWC leader Senthil Thondaman and General Secretary Minister Jeevan Thondaman. The May Day rally and parade witnessed a significant turnout with a large number of people participating in the event. Among the attendees, the CWC stood out as the largest trade union and political party representing the plantation community. President Ranil Wickremesinghe's advocacy for the workers' class resonated strongly with the plantation community, eliciting a robust response from the gathering. President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that it's imperative to acknowledge that the stability we now enjoy is our economy is a result of diligent efforts. None of us wish to revisit the state of our country in 2022. The memories that were tried to time and were still vivid. Presently, our economy stands on firm ground with the rupee exhibiting strength. The government's focus now lies on extending relief measures to all those in need. The government implemented a salary increase of 10,000 rupees for government employees alongside augmented the provisions under the Aswasuma scheme. Moreover, the private sector has followed suit by raising wages. Additionally, the surge in tourist numbers has led to a noticeable uptick in tourism income. The President said that furthermore, the government raised the daily wage of plantation workers to 1,700 rupees. He said that the government committed to addressing the challenges faced by the plantation community. Minister Manoj Nanayakara said that President Ranil Wickremesinghe, who was present here at today, announced that the daily wage of plantation workers will be raised to 1,700 rupees. This increase comes after a year of concrete efforts and discussions with relevant stakeholders. President Wickremesinghe emphasized the urgency of implementing this wage hike before 1st of May, prompting prior notifications to estate companies many months in advance. The minister said that as these estates are government-owned, failure to provide necessary facilities would compel governmental intervention, ensuring the realization of this salary increment. CWC leader Senthil Thondaman said that recent wage increase of 1,700 rupees for plantation workers marks a significant victory after a challenging struggle. He extended the gratitude of the party to President Ranil Wickremesinghe, Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena and Minister of Labour and Foreign Employment Manoj Nanayakara for their swift support in realising this initiative. Special recognition goes to late Sivamurthy Thondapan for his dedication and efforts in advocating for the rights of Hill people and other marginalized sections of the society through this collective strength of trade unions. He said that the party also acknowledged the support received from numerous unions and community organizations throughout the negotiation process and extended our thanks on behalf of the CWC.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe says that he expects the support of all political parties for a common program to rebuild the country. The president made these remarks joining the UNP May Day rally today. The UNP May Day rally was held in Maligavatta with the participation of a huge crowd. Trade unions attached to the party, representatives of UNP youth and women's organizations were present at this rally.
රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මැතිතුමන්ට
මහා දුරකථනක් ගෙවාගෙන ලංකාවේ හා කෙරවලේ යාපනයේ ඉඳලා
General Secretary of the United National Party, Palitha Rangibandara, addressed the gathering, welcoming the massive crowd attended the UNP May Day procession and rally. He said the party expected 100,000 participants for the May Day event, but the number of participants for today's activities were far more than he expected. President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that each political party has displayed posters and cutouts regarding their May Day celebrations. Many May Day processions are being held throughout the Colombo city today, highlighting the democracy prevailing in the country. In the recent past, opposition leader was chased from the Golface Green. However, the government has given him the opportunity to have his May Day rally at Chatham Street, close to Golface. The president said that he became the prime minister and then the president since the political system collapsed in the country. When the prime minister left his portfolio, the opposition leader did not come forward to accept the post. Even the JDP did not accept it. Protesters came to hijack the parliament. All the parliamentarians left the parliament premises at that moment. Now they talk about parliamentary democracy. Today, all parties use buses to bring their supporters to May Day rallies. But 2 years ago, there was no fuel to run buses. Now that people celebrate Sinhala and Tamil New Year and the May Day, in few weeks they will celebrate Vesak. But 2 years ago, it was not possible. The president further said that he will present a draft law for rapid development in the country according to the terms and agreements that have been settled with the IMF. The president requests all the parties, including the SJB and the JVP, to extend their support for the IMF terms.
Leader of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna, former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, says that the next presidential election can only be won with the support of his party. The former president made these remarks participating at the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna May Day rally in Borella today. The rally was held at the Campbell Park with the participation of party's late union leaders and a large number of supporters. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena also participated in this meeting. People at the rally warmly welcomed the former President Mahinda Rajapaksa when he ascended to the stage. Leader and representatives of all the political parties that support the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna were present at this rally. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said that all political parties are interested in reducing the cost of living. Therefore, parties should strengthen the democratic process to achieve these targets. Therefore, the SLPP is inviting all other friendly parties and factions to join hands to steer the country towards the development.
ජනතා කොට්ටාසවලට අපි මේ අවස්ථාවේ ආරාධනය කරමු. මේ කයිවාරු නායකයෝ දන්නවා.
Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa said that all the political parties are now attempting to grab the voters of SLPP to their hands. They insult the 6.9 million SLPP voters and attempt to get their votes at the same time. Therefore, the SLPP supporters should not fall into their laps. Our party supporters should go forward with the party, correcting the political errors. He further said that any candidate at the upcoming presidential election could win the election only with the blessings of the SLPP.
The Samagi Janabalavegya May Day rally was held at Chatham Street in Colombo Fort today under the patronage of the opposition leader Sajid Premadasa. Many party members and supporters who came from many parts of the island joined the rally on a march from Gunasingapura to the Chatham Street. After that, party leader Sajid Premadasa addressed the rally. Opposition leader Sajid Premadasa said that he invites all other parties to join with them to implement policy-based political culture. Members of the SJB do not go after privileges and culture and benefits. Many politicians are auctioned today for personal gains. The opposition leader further said that SJB will not allow corruption, frauds or other malpractices under its rule.
And meanwhile, the National People's Power has organized 4 May Day rallies to mark the International Workers' Day in Jaffna, Anuradhapura, Mathura and Colombo. Jaffna rally was held at the Nandi Silva Theatre. The Anuradhapura May Day parade started from the Walisingha Harishchandra grounds and reached to the public grounds in Anuradhapura and held the rally there. The National People's Power parade of the Mathura rally started from the Rahula Junction and the rally was held at the beach park in Mathura. The National People's Power Colombo May Day parade started from the BRC grounds and arrived at the CWW Karnangarapavata in Colombo. The rally was held there. Leader of the National People's Power, Anurakumar Dissanayake, said that the next May Day celebrations will be held under a National People's Power government. Our party supporters have come to these rallies with the noble expectation of building the country again. In addition to the people gathered in these rallies, a huge crowds throughout the country are looking at us. Therefore, the National People's Power has a strong challenge of fulfilling the aspirations of general public. The National People's Power will steer the campaign until the victory without failure in the middle. The NPP will never let the enemy to disrupt the forward march of the people.
Former President Maithripala Sirisena says that the presidential candidate of his group is Vijayadasa Rajapaksa. Meanwhile, Maitri faction of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party held a May Day rally at the Gampa Municipal Grounds today. Party supporters came to the rally from several parades. The rally was held under the patronage of former President Maithripala Sirisena and Minister Vijayadasa Rajapaksa. Addressing the rally, Minister Vidyadasa Rajapaksa challenged the other self-proclaimed presidential candidates to prove their qualifications to lead this country. He further said that those candidates must declare in front of the people that they were not engaged in frauds and corruptions. Meanwhile, former President Maithripala Sirisena expressed his views regarding their presidential candidate following a commemoration ceremony held today.
Uttara Lanka Mahasabha held its May Day rally at the Lalit Athulat Mudale grounds in Kirulapana. The party members started the parade at the Shalika grounds in Narahempita and arrived at the Lalit Athulat Mudale grounds. Communist Party of Sri Lanka, National Freedom Front, Pivithuru Helurume and several other parties participated in this May Day celebrations. Parliamentarian Vimal Veeravanshi said that 50% of the population enjoys only 4% of the national income. People who consume 3 meals a day in the past now consumes only 2 meals. Poverty has stricken many families throughout the country. Therefore, we must have a presidential candidate who can address this issue.
Various political parties have also organized May Day marches throughout the island in line with the major May Day marches. The May Day rally of the Frontline Socialist Party was held at the Hyde Park grounds in Colombo. The parade started this afternoon from the Maliga Kanda area. The May Day rally of the Civil Organizations and Trade Unions Forum was held at the Colombo New Town Hall premises. The members came to the new town hall premises from the Green Path Avenue. Convener of the forum, Director General of President's Trade Union Relations Saman Ratnapriya and many others were present at this meeting. The May Day celebration of the Ceylon National Estate Workers was held at the Talavakale under the patronage of opposition leader Sajid Premadasa, leader of the National Workers Association and the National Workers Front, Palani Digambaram, former Minister Arjuna Ranatunga, and a large crowd were present at this rally. The May Day rally of the Democratic People's Congress was held at the Jitupitiya public grounds this morning under the patronage of its leader Prabha Ganeshan. Former Minister Parliamentarian Dasiri Jayasekara was also present at this meeting. The May Day celebration of the Christian Workers' Fraternity was held at the St. Michael Road area in Kolupitiya. The May Day march organized by the Arunalu Janata Perumuna was held at Valivita area in Kaduwala today. The May Day rally of the Lanka Samasamaja Party commenced at the R.R. Samarakon Open Theatre in Nugegoda. It was held under the theme of Let's Stand on Our Own to Solve the Economic Crisis. Secretary of the party, Parliamentarian Professor Tissa Vitarana, and many party activists participated at the meeting. The May Day celebration organized by the All-Island Samurdhi Development and Agriculture Research Assistant Officers Association was held at the Samurdhi Reception Hall in Batramulla today under the patronage of Parliamentarian Jagat Kumara. It has been organized under the theme Let's Dedicate for a Tomorrow that confirms public rights and trade union rights. United Socialist Party started its May Day parade this evening at the Orugodavatta area. Later, they came to Grand Pass and held a rally under the patronage of party leader Siritunga Jayasuriya. May Day rally of the Janasita Perumana was held at the Katragama bus stand premises under the patronage of Batramulle Sila Ratnathera.
And the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has decreased fuel prices with effect from last midnight. Accordingly, a litre of 92-octane petrol has decreased by 3 rupees per litre. New price is 368 rupees. A litre of 95-octane petrol reduced by 20 rupees to the new price of 420 rupees. Price of Lanka Auto Diesel has decreased by 30 rupees to the new price of 333 rupees per litre. Lanka Super Diesel has decreased by 9 rupees per litre up to the new price of 377 rupees. Price of kerosene oil has also been decreased by 30 rupees. New price is 215 rupees per litre. Bus Owners Association points out that bus fares will not be changed in line with the new fuel price reduction. General Secretary of the All Island Pride Bus Owners Association, Anjana Priyanjana, said that although the price of diesel reduced by 30 rupees per litre, bus owners have to run buses further at a loss. He said that therefore bus fares cannot be reduced at this moment. If the government provides a considerable price decrease, the minimum bus fare can be reduced up to 25 rupees. Gamuna Vijayaratna of the Lanka Private Bus Owners Association said that according to the current bus fare policy, fares cannot be reduced at present. He said that a fare revision can be considered at the annual bus fare review on the 1st of July this year. Meanwhile, price of 50 kg pack of cement has been reduced by 50 rupees. Accordingly, the new price revision, maximum price of 50 kg pack is 2,400 rupees.
The 31st death anniversary of former President late Ranasinghe Premadasa was commemorated in front of the Premadasa statue in Haupthof area. Former President Ranasinghe Premadasa was assassinated in the Armour Street on the May Day in 1993 while he was participating in the May Day March of the United National Party. The attack was carried out by an LTTE suicide bomber. The commemoration was held under the patronage of opposition leader Sajid Premadasa, spouse of the former president. Hema Premadasa and family members were present at this occasion. A ceremony was held today to felicitate late politician T.B. Ilangaratne in front of the Ilangaratne statue at the Peraharamavati in Colombo. The late parliamentarian was a pioneer who worked towards declaring the International Labour Day as a public holiday in 1956. Former President Maithripala Sirisena also joined the floral tribute. The Workers' Day celebration, annually held in front of the pioneer labour leader A.E. Gunasinghe's statue in Gunasinghapura, Colombo, was held this morning. The 133rd birth anniversary of the late union leader was also commemorated at the felicitation ceremony.
14 May Day parades and rallies were held in Colombo City to mark the International Workers' Day. Large crowds have gathered to Colombo City today, and a special traffic plan was also implemented in the city. People came to Colombo from various parts of the island to participate at the UNP May Day rally since this morning. Trains and public transport services have been used for this purpose. Parliamentarian Vajir Abeyawardena said that all political parties of Sri Lanka have been able to hold May Day rallies in Colombo today since leader Ranil Wickremesinghe has paved the way for such a situation in the country. Therefore, all must pay respect to him. The May Day rally of Sri Lanka Podujana Perumana was held at the Campbell Park in Borella today. Party supporters arrived in the Campbell Park from many areas of the island. Sri Lanka Freedom Party has organized 2 May Day rallies today. Party members of the Polonnaruwa district left the area this morning to take part in these rallies. The Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna Trade Union of the Sri Lanka Transport Board joined the party's May Day rally under the patronage of Minister Dr. Pandula Gunawardena. Large crowds were present at this morning. Minister Dr. Bandhu Gunawardena said that Sri Lanka Transport Board achieves a huge responsibility of providing transport to all the public, including school children. All segments of the society are benefited by services rendered by the staff of the Sri Lanka Transport Board. The minister further said that he is taking part in May Day celebrations today on behalf of the country after 66 years. Although today is the Workers' Day, some workers are engaged in their services today as well.
They dedicate their sweat and time to create a better environment for other colleagues to celebrate May Day today. As this popular Sinhala song describes, working class dedicate their life for the betterment of the country amidst various challenges. A Rupavahini crew met several members of the working class this morning when they were busy with their usual activities even on May Day. Those workers say they feel happy if they could spend the day leisurely. However, they have to achieve these essential duties first. Many said that if they take leave, the city will become dirty and ugly. Well, that's it on local stories. We'll be back with news overseas. Stay tuned in.
உங்கள் லட்சியம் தங்கம் என்றால் அது சுவர்ண
marks the May Day.
Rallies took place in South Korea, Japan, Taiwan and the Philippines, Greece, France, among other countries today. The marchers protested rising prices and demanded greater labor rights. China declares a 5-day Labor Day holiday from today onwards. The nation's Ministry of Transport predicted a daily average of 270 million trips through both private and public modes of transportation. Authorities at Beijing Capital International Airport stated that during the 5-day holiday, the airport was expected to witness over 918,000 passenger trips, a year-on-year increase of about 21%. And more than 5,800 flights will be handled. Meanwhile, in the South Korean capital Seoul, thousands of protesters sang, waved flags and shouted pro-labor slogans before marching through the center. Organizers stated that the rally was primarily meant to set up criticism of what they call anti-labor policies pursued by the conservative government led by President Yoon Suk-yeol. Similar rallies were held in several other cities across South Korea. In the meantime, in Japan, more than 10,000 people gathered in downtown Tokyo to demand salary increases sufficient to offset price increases. At the same time, in Taiwan, more than 1,000 representatives from more than 100 workers' unions took to the streets in downtown Taipei, demanding worker rights laws to be amended. Waving banners and shouting slogans, demonstrators marched for hours in the capital, calling for the law to be revised to include higher wages, better working conditions and pension packages. Meanwhile, in the Philippine capital Manila, hundreds of workers and activists marched in the scorching summer heat to demand wage increases and job security amid soaring food and oil prices. Riot police seized the protesting workers from getting close to the presidential palace. Furthermore, drivers of jeepneys and city's main mode of public transport joined the rally as they ended a 3-day strike. At the same time, in Indonesia, thousands of workers from Jakarta gathered amid a tight police presence near the National Monument Park, waving colorful flags and chanting slogans against the job creation law and loosened outsourcing rules during a march to Jakarta's main sports stadium, Gelora Bung Karno. Meanwhile, in Bangladesh, trade unions and different labor rights organizations held rallies and discussions about labor privileges. Labor leaders urged the government for fixing 20,000 Bangladesh taka as minimum wages for workers in workplace safety.
Welcome back with your sports update. And the Sri Lankan athletes who won medals at the 4th World Para Grand Prix tournament in Morocco returned to the island this morning.
And they bagged 7 medals. Tournament was held from the 21st to the 29th of April. Many para-athletes representing 64 countries competed in the tournament. The medal-winning team was welcomed by the officials of National Paralympics Committee and their parents at the airport. Janani Dhananjana and Samitha Dulan won gold medals at this event. Pradeep Somasiri and Prasanna and Janani Dhananjana won silver medals too. Buddhika Indrapala and Kumudu Priyanka won bronze medals.
And Sri Lanka has been able to qualify for the finals of the Asia Cup rugby tournament from the first group by defeating India. The tournament kicked off yesterday at the Racecourse grounds in Colombo with the participation of 4 countries. Sri Lanka and India played for their semi-final match. In the first half, Sri Lanka were forward with 21 to 3 points, and in the second half, Sri Lanka won the game for 45 to 10 points. The other semi-final match was played between Qatar and Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan records victory after a highly competitive game with 33 to 31 points. Accordingly, Sri Lanka and Kazakhstan will meet in the finals on the 4th of this month. And that's it on tonight's stories. Do it just tomorrow at the very same time. I'm Charita, signing with Sharifa. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.